Hey guys, welcome back to the Lumpy YGO channel. Today we are here with the regional winner of the 105 player regional in Halle Saale with Alex, the real Alex 0000. What did you play today, Alex? Tell us, please.
I played RUNICK Stun, unfortunately.
Why did you do this? Tell us, please.
Well, I didn't have any of the expensive cards, so I just thought, just take some sort of cancer and just play it. And, well, it worked out well. So
Yeah, and show us, please.
Being undefeated, so 7-0.
Yeah, 7-0 after 7 rounds.
I'm proud that I did choose the deck to play right now, but I think the deck is actually quite well positioned in this format. Yeah. Despite being a Cosmic Dynamic.
Okay, then please show us your huge monster lineup in the main deck, or what do we
thought it differently.
Okay, you thought it differently, then... Okay, then tell us the rules integrations.
Yeah, so it's free tip. I mean, that's obvious. Free freezing, that's obvious. Free flashing, that's obvious. Free destruction, that's obvious. Free slumber, so far standard. I chose to play one golden droplet. The idea behind this is that if people are like playing against you pretty passively, just like passing you back, there's some sort of cases where you have to like tip for droplet to thin out the deck even faster. And so I chose to play one golden droplet to like avoid being comboed after that, which is like a small issue of like playing against a competent player. So I chose to play one golden droplets. There's no hammer, no dispelling. I think they are like too weird. Like there's too situational. Sometimes you don't need it. Maybe I could sell it later though. And obviously 2 fountains. So that's 16 runicks and 2 fountains.
I mean, kind of standard, right?
So far standard. Yeah,
okay.
Basically. Now, consistency cards.
Yeah.
Free duality. It's a stun deck. You want to see your deck. You want to fill it. Yeah. So 1 card optimized. It's limited. You have to play it.
You would play free though.
I would play free if it.
Obviously.
Yeah. One day of peace.
Yeah.
I think this is pretty good because it basically allows you to survive a turn regardless what your opponent doing, and there's some like against Puli it's actually kind of key if you're like playing a very awful game because they start with the Noir and you can't clear that because they have like happy for protection and all that kind of stuff. So having this basically makes you able to play game 1 sometimes. It may not save you, but still it's like decent. I like it. So yeah.
So you wouldn't cut it, right? You would still.
I like the cards.
Okay.
Then this is a bit awkward. I played 1 Desires.
Okay, that's a bit awkward.
Even though it's at 3, I think I would even cut it going forward. The theory was I wanted more power spells in the deck, which is like one issue. The deck has like not enough power spells, and I'm lacking of some sort of consistency. So I thought it was necessary to play the 1 Desires just to have like some sort of speed. In the end, I actually activated only twice, I think, this entire tournament. Every time I drew it, despite going first turn 1 or just being a late game. And, well, the first time was like alright, the second time was better, but still I don't like the card. Maybe I should have played like a 17th Runic, but still wouldn't agree that.
So,
maybe more floodgates, not sure.
So you would maybe change the Desires for a hammer maybe, or a second droplet?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I thought about a lot of it, how I want to like play that, and like even in testing, people said to me like, if you don't want to activate it turn 1 or even in the late game, just don't play it. And I was like agreeing on that to some degree, but I still thought like it was necessary to play like some power cards like Card of the Mice and Desires. Maybe I would change that.
Okay.
I was like alright for this region, the 1-off.
It looks kind of weird to have only to play 1 Desires.
Free upstart, don't look at the comment. I mean,
he's only playing 2.
Itself. Like, it's very important to have like the most amount of consistency you have, and also being basically a 37 card deck is kind of key. Droll doesn't really hurt the deck that much, so it's alright. Like, it feels pretty good against the deck, but if you're playing it, it's actually like not good.
So little question for the viewers maybe. Yeah. What are the hand traps that hurt the deck the most? Ash, I guess? Ash and Bell, right?
Ash, Bell, Melansia to a degree, but even that you can play around.
Okay.
It's basically not the hand traps, it's more like the removal of evil.
Okay, so the idea is maybe that when the people are playing like draw and nip in the main deck, your deck is kind of okay against it because they have like 6 deck cards in the deck.
Basically, every game 1 you basically favor it because most of the deck basically just cannot deal with that specifically.
Yeah, they have to rely on the side deck.
Yeah, basically. So
okay.
you almost win every game 1.
Yeah. And you did, right?
I lost game 1 of the finals, but it still won the match. I mean, due to timeout, which is...
You can watch it. It was a live game.
Yeah. And then 3 Morganite.
Yeah, tell us about this card.
So basically the deck is kind of like slow. I would say it's sort of parlor, which sounds to disrespect, but it's it's like pretty slow. The games take like more than 10 turns, I think, in total. And so you end up being in a situation where you even like turn one, you just want to activate this and like set 3 cards past turn. You're just basically approaching the game pretty slowly, and then you get to a point where you basically have like outpaced your opponent. And so you just want to see the card as much as possible. I do side it out against some combo matchups like Manadium and sort of stuff. It's like 1 to 2 copies because they are like pretty fast and you have to draw like your broken cards pretty early.
So you can say it's kind of like Snowball, you know?
Yeah.
Like the first turn.
As soon as you survive the first turn, I think you're actually good with the deck.
Okay. Yeah.
That's one thing.
And what's the restriction on Morganite again?
You cannot activate hand traps. You draw 2 cards. It basically changes the mechanics of the game.
Okay. So you can't side even hand traps.
No.
Okay. That's maybe good to know.
And you can normal summon twice. That doesn't happen.
Okay, that won't happen because the monster lineup is kind of small, like we see there.
Exactly 2 monsters in the main deck, which is Amano.
So you could make a rank 4 maybe, but you won't.
I played some rank 4s, but I think I did some mistakes in the extract.
Okay.
To Amano, it was some sort of concession. Of course, I was thinking about playing Border or Jaugen. Border was like too bad going second, and Jaugen I felt that was overall too bad because I didn't play any Battle Protect trap, to a degree. Maybe I played one, but it isn't.
Yes.
So I thought like Amano was actually key, like going second just to like normal summon and ignore all the hand traps like Ash, Droll, all the Omni negates that like sometimes have, you have to Flirt, Savage, all that stuff. So I thought like 2 was enough in the main deck.
Yeah.
That's good.
So you didn't brick any time on this card?
No,
Okay.
no. It was alright.
Okay, that's good.
Then I think this is one where I think everybody was questioning it. So I played Organism in the main deck.
Yeah, that's questionable.
So, well, I mean, I guess I can tell you the title.
You can show us the fair cards.
Yeah, the fair cards. 6 are standard for game 1. I think you side out either of those anytime, and Free Skater is broken.
Yeah.
But for this, I like there was 2 floodgate spots which you needed.
Yeah.
But I ended up like not being sure what they should be. There was like a lot of different decks, and I felt like having Organism game 1 like basically makes some decks more playable, like Manadium or that stuff. Like if you don't have this in the main deck, it basically becomes odd because they can just make Fleur Pop, this Butter Special. Like they have an infinite amount of bodies that you can cannot deal with. But if you just basically like forcing out the Fleur and then activate this, there's basically no counterplay to that, so you just basically win on the spot.
Yeah.
And so I thought like this was for game 1 alright. In this tournament actually I think I drew it 4 times game 1, and I think all the game 1s I drew it actually won me the game actually.
Yeah.
So it was pretty good call. Going forward there may be better cards for this, but I'm not sure to be honest.
But we have to admit it worked kind of well against Branded, to be honest.
Yeah, I played like I think I did not play a single deck twice this entire weekend. I played only like every single deck basically once.
Yeah. So you wouldn't change any floodgates, right?
No, I think so far they're right.
Did you think about Synchrozone?
I thought about it, it's just too bad.
Okay, it's too bad.
It's the same reason that Scrub Trade, I think is the card called.
Yeah.
It's the same issue. Like the card itself, like once you are in the game with 2 floodgates, it's pretty good, but I think there's not enough floodgates to play that card, so I just decided not to play it.
So now we have to go to extra deck pretty fast because of time reasons.
Free Hugen.
It's kind of obvious, right? Kind of obvious.
Jerry?
Kind of obvious, yeah. Jerry. So like all RUNICK things, fusions.
Yeah, I maxed out of them. They also come up occasionally. I think I did summon Jerry only once this entire tournament, and Moonin only twice.
Yeah, for time reasons, to be honest.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I also summoned this just to protect for Cosmic.
But it's okay, I guess.
Once I never summoned it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Maybe I just playing the deck wrong with only one, but I'm not, no idea.
Yeah.
This is the card I would change, definitely. I'm not sure for what though. It's Dugaris. I thought it was like necessary to sometimes like overlay Jerry plus Dugaris for Jerry, Mano or Border for Dugaris to draw into a deck faster.
Yeah.
Of course it never happened, but I just like was one spot short in the extra, and I just thought, yeah, okay, well you can just try this or Babushka, and then ended up playing this.
Yeah.
Even if I would play Babushka, I think it would be also out by SP a lot of times, so I just decided not to play it. And yeah, there should be something else, not sure right now.
But you didn't summon it, right?
No, I didn't summon
okay,
it.
okay.
However, I summoned this twice.
Yeah. In the final, right?
In the final, I did as well. This is pretty good. It's like it's Manadium and all that kind of stuff. It's like pretty good, but you don't need it actually.
Yeah. So then now go over to the side deck.
Yeah. So, this remote, it's against Vanadium, all the combo stuff that runs around. Not against the Fire Kings, so I think you just beat them naturally with the deck.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. 2 Lava Golem, same reason. I also said against Pearly because Noir is kind of an issue for this deck, and I think I should have played even more for Pearly, but I didn't expect that many. I also played just one.
Yeah. In the finals.
In the finals, yeah. 2 Inspector Border. This was for going first if I could choose to go first. Like normally, I think those are better going second, but I think just Border's better going first, and so I just swapped them out after game 1.
Makes sense, yeah. I think it's the right call.
Yeah. Then 2 Cosmic. I just need more removal for anti-spell fragrance, so I just thought like this was necessary.
Did you face an anti-spell fragrance today?
Not this tournament. I faced some Labyrinth, some Fire King. I also decided against Fire King because there may be some removal for that, so yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
2 Fissure, Fire King.
Yeah. This card was really good today,
this
right?
was good. That was alright. I should have been maybe 3 even.
Yeah.
2 Judgments. This was also enough.
Yeah.
Maybe should be not even played it, to be honest. Like I activated it a couple of times, but it didn't feel necessary because the deck just basically temples through itself.
Yeah.
Like you just after like turn 4 or 5, you just run over your opponent by resources.
Your deck is like a big snowball, you know.
Yeah, it's basically a turbo pile of floodgates and stuff.
So and the last 2 cards are the Evenlies. Yeah.
I never resolved it this tournament. The Fury Rose, I just wanted some respect against the Rescue Ace deck.
Yeah.
And I mean, in the end, I never drew it. I bought it once. It just never felt good. I maybe should be something else. Maybe more for Poly. I faced like Poly seems like the hardest matchup for this deck, and I think Poly should be even covered more of the side deck.
Yeah.
So this should be more for Poly. Not sure what though, because I want to cover other matchups as well.
Yeah. Seems like a solid deck list.
It should have been maybe some changes, but the deck overall works. That's alright.
Do you have anything to say otherwise? What do you think about the meta game? Was it fun today?
I can go over the matchups and then I can talk about the other things.
Yeah.
So basically, round 1, I played against Vanadium. I won that. I played against round 2 D-Link, won that. I played against Fire King, round 3, won that. Round 4 was Branded, won that. Obviously, I mean, I won all the rounds. Round 5, I played against. What was it? It was the Rescue Ace.
Yeah.
Won that as well. Maybe too close, but won it. Round 6, I played against Labyrinth, won that as well. I drew like all the good floodgates in the game. On round 7, I played against
Pearly. Okay.
Yeah.
So, like a pretty wide meta game.
I beat all of them. I think the deck basically surprise factor is insane. Like almost nothing can beat it.
So it works on you in the real life and in the Master Duel.
Yeah.
We have to admit. So what do you think the Yu-Gi-Oh community will think about this great deck?
I mean, this is basically just like, the definition of hate.
Hate me.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. It's just like, you can say anything about the deck. It's just like basically.
So like basically when you look at the pairings and you see you play against Alex, you're already crying.
Yeah, like this regional, every single person that looked at me was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
so
even my friends, all the people are like, oh no, please no.
Yeah.
It's
do you have any shoutouts in the end?
Do I have any shoutouts? I mean, I guess I have to shout out Paul Goes for lending me the Typhon, the one. I didn't have one coming up to this tournament, so I had to lend one.
Pretty nice guy.
Shoutouts to my Discord, Bose Discord, for some reason it's called. Mainly Marvin, who's basically tested with me, and Jan. They're like both my testing partners, so they like I forced them to play against this pile, and they're like annoying, but like they
poor guys.
Yeah, they got through it. Shoutouts to Asta, Tim for also topping.
Yeah,
I got second place.
Second place, yeah.
Yeah, with Fire King.
Well done, Tim.
Yeah, and do I have any other shows? No, I think that's it. Shoutouts to Lumpy for recording it.
Yeah, shoutouts to Lumpy.
Yeah, and shoutouts to Jens for hosting the regional.
Yeah, shoutouts to TCG Arts and Jens.
Yeah.
Thank you for the tournament. And thank you for watching, guys, for this great deck profile by Alex000000.
Yeah.
See you.